Now, I know that that might upset some people because it goes against conventional wisdom and everything that these music schools and the industry has been telling you, but I'm here to tell you it's complete bullshit. All right, so we have a bit of a situation here. I totally forgot that I was supposed to go to dinner with my girlfriend's parents and family tonight, so we got to make this kind of short. But you know how we got to get it started, baby. 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? Adam Ivy, sellmusic.com, here to help you go further, faster in your music career by sharing proven marketing strategies and techniques to help you take that passion for making music and turning it into a thriving, legitimate business that's going to provide you with freedom and fulfillment. I want to answer a real quick question that I got on Instagram today, and I'm not going to make this a long video. Some of you guys have been complaining again in the comment section that it's all about me. I'm telling too many stories about me. The videos are too long. Unsubscribe. Fuck off if you unsubscribe. I really don't give a shit about you because my channel family cares. I'm going to jump into my phone right now and make this a one take because, like I said, I'm running late. Now, I had a really interesting question come in today from a gentleman over on Instagram. I'm not going to put his name out there because I'm not sure how old he is. And I like to keep it a little bit anonymous because sometimes they don't get too enthused if I kind of rip them apart. So you guys can understand. Now, this question, it exists. This is a screenshot. The gentleman says, how do you get your music out there if you live somewhere where somewhere that doesn't have any local radio stations, aka Indiana? Well, first and foremost, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you're not in a big populated area like Indianapolis, where one of my best friends, Isaac, lives. Shout out to Isaac, aka Z. Back in the day, myinstrumentals.com producer. Anyway, so what happens if you don't have a local radio station or very many that you can get your music out to? Well, imagine this. Imagine the ocean, right? The ocean with the waves and an unlimited amount of water versus a couple just drops of that, a mist on the beach. Well, that's what you get when you compare the internet with local radio. Now, I'm not here to say that local radio is worthless by any means, because I have local friends here that are on the radio. Shout out to those guys. I'm just saying that you don't need to focus on something that doesn't exist in your area if it doesn't exist. Don't let that hold you back. Now, what I want to say is there's always going to be a college radio station at a college in the area that would probably be open to playing your music. Now, if you can't develop those relationships and those networking aspects to that, don't worry about it. We live in the most opportunistic pocket of life right now. Living in 2019 into 2020, 2021, the internet is our playground. I moved down to Florida from Wisconsin. A little story about me. Hope you don't get offended. I moved down here to Florida to pursue a music career. I didn't go to college for it and anything like that. Side note, if you want me to do a video on different colleges that specialize in music, leave that in the comments below because I have some opinions on that. Anyway, what I want you to do, this gentleman right here, is I want you to work on building a brand, building that momentum, building that progress online. You could do it from your house. Let's say that the studio was in Anchorage, Alaska. Let's say that the studio was in Dayton, Ohio, like my buddy Superstar O. If he could do it from Ohio, you can do it from Indiana. I don't know where in Indiana. I don't know what time zone in Indiana, but at the end of the day, you need to work online. You hit me up online, you hit me up on social platforms, on a social platform such as Instagram. I want you to really focus on building online and don't worry about those local venues yet. If you're looking to do some shows, maybe look at what's available, even if it's a bowling alley, right? Because there's so many different opportunities for an independent artist to get out there and get their voice heard. Now, video indigestion, hashtag video indigestion. And I'm not making that up. You can clearly see I'm not, and anyway, don't want to make this too long. What I'm getting at, guys, is the internet is our playground. If you're worried about something local, you have to reprogram your mind. Because building a name locally, though it has its perks, though it has its benefits without question. In fact, one of my buddies over on Facebook, Chris Wells, he does some beat battle. Shout out to Chris Wells, super talented dude. He met up with Method Man through a beat battle from what I understand. I might have the message skewed a little bit, but this happened locally, maybe. What I'm getting at is if you have things in your local area, definitely, by all means, even if it's networking events, participate in those. But don't worry about what you don't have. Don't dwell on opportunities that aren't there. If you build online, if you build your brand online, if you build your social platforms, if you put your music out and share it with the world, you have so much more access to these people, so much more access to people of all walks of life, all around the world, with a simple internet connection. And if you don't have a simple internet connection, you have to be resourceful. If you don't have the resources, you go to Starbucks, you go to McDonald's, you go to the public library. How bad do you want it? If you're doing music, it's important to get that music out there, and getting it on a local radio station, I'm going to tell you right away. I've done interviews on local radio stations. I've had my music played, or music that I've produced played on local radio stations, including nationally syndicated radio stations. And though it gets a little bit of buzz, I find that me putting a video out on YouTube, collaborating with other creators, that has a whole lot more impact in my brand personally, and people that I've mentored, people that I'm not going to say managed because I don't manage people. The thing is, I want you to think of a few different things. I want you to think of where's the most impactful avenue and platform for me, for you. Are you good on camera? Do you have a phone? Like an iPhone 10? It's not the newest one, but I could set this right here and do a video just like this for you. I don't need this fancy light. I don't need this fancy microphone. Sit in front of a window. Use what you have until what you have pays for what you want. I say it in a lot of different videos because that's what I live by. Side note, I just bought a new MIDI controller. Working on some music. Apparently a track's not selected. But anyway, I want you guys to know that you can build a name regardless of where you live. Now, if you live in a third world country and you have the chips kind of stacked against you due to resources, due to lack of technology and infrastructure, I understand that and I can't help you there. I wish I could. All I can say is to keep your head up and try to find a way out of that. Try to find a way, whether you have, like I said, some type of infrastructure at a library. I'm not going to speak on what I don't know. But when it comes to building your brand, when it comes to building your business, when it comes to building something that you're going to be able to plant roots in the ground and grow over the years, you have to keep putting stuff out, regardless of if you have a radio station to put it on or not. I use the metaphor about seeds all the time, right? Imagine if you had a pack of seeds to plant tomato plants. Those seeds are going to do something. You know that those seeds are going to yield some tomato plants. But if you never plant them, you might as well not have them. The same goes for your talent, same goes for your music. We have it up here. I can't pull that music out of you. No different than you can't produce for me. I can't sing for you. I can't any of that. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to make this video too long. Hold on, I'm going to glance up to see how long it's been. 8 minutes? Oh, I got to close this out. Hopefully you guys found some value in it. In the comments below, let me know if you've ever had your music played on radio or what's been the most impactful platform for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, I'm going to have a video right over here that I'm going to suggest to you. I'm going to cultivate that, curate it a little bit, get something that relates to this video, and I suggest that you click on it right now. Anyway, all my contact information will be in the description box below. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Click that little bell icon so you can be first to be notified anytime I upload a video just like this. If you don't want to, that's fine too, but I'd love for you to be a part of the channel family, and until next time, you can find me at AdamIvy.com.